upscale living, family-friendly neighborhood, move-in ready. Welcome to 2031 Sirefoot Court. And if you like this property and would like to tour this home in person, please connect with me. There is a link in the description, or just give me a call or text me. The phone number is in my banner. Well, this house has so much to offer. So this home has 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, 2,907 square feet, sits on 0.23 acres, was built in 2019, is listed for $690,000 by Ellis Grossmann from Carolina One. So here on the front porch, this is a beautiful home with double front porches. The lower porch here has ample space for a couple of rocking chairs. And I wanted to give you also a view for, onto the street. Hunt Club is a very quiet upscale neighborhood. Very family friendly, and I will tell you more about that in just a second, but first I want to show you the house. So as we come inside, there is a large foyer, and then to the left is the formal dining room. It has 2 windows pointing to the front. So you can see that this home has gorgeous darker wood floors throughout the first floor. Here to the left is a half bathroom for your guests to use. Over here is a closet. As I always say, you can never have enough closet space. And then over here to the right is a drop zone and the entrance to the garage. And I will show you that in just a little bit, because first things first, we need to see the heart of the house. So you see you have an oversized island here with gorgeous granite countertops in pristine condition. The cabinets are made of wood. They are 36-inch cabinets, lots of them. And let me show you a few. Each cabinet has 3 shelves. Also, do you see this beautiful crown there? So that's a nice extra. There is ample space for all your things. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drawers in this kitchen. And then over here is a Frigidaire gallery gas stove. So here we are in a gas community. I know there are a lot of people that will only cook with gas. So here, so that's happening with 5 burners. And the inside has been meticulously cleaned. Over here is the Frigidaire gallery, also a microwave. Everything looks, fairly new. Then, last but not least, the dishwasher, Frigidaire by brand. But what I wanted to show you is this, sink in the island, because it does have a filtration system. So here under the sink is where you have the filters and all, the things you need. Also, I want to point out here, this bottom is in pristine condition. So there was never any leaks. I can tell that these, that the owners of this home took really, really good care of it. Well, I guess they like their refrigerator because they took it with them. But, I do have a very good contact for refrigerators. So if you are in need of one, you just let me know and I'll share the contact information. And then over here is a pantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves. So ample space for all your canned goods and, maybe even the crock pot and some other supplies. Then here to the right of the kitchen is a very large breakfast nook space with a chandelier here in the middle. Then here we have the family room. It does have a fireplace, and also, the slate around it. This is a you know, typical Charleston, you know, feature. Very, very pretty. You know, it's framed by a window to the right and left. And here on the ceiling, a nice ceiling fan that gives me a lot of air because it is very hot today here in Charleston. So let me now show you the first floor main bedroom. Very large in size. You have a tray ceiling, and even the tray ceiling inside has crown molding. So that is a great feature. The space itself is pointing towards the backyard for extra privacy. And over here is the owner's bathroom. So to the right is a double vanity with rectangular sinks, you know, chrome fixtures, and the surface here is cultured marble. And usually I'm not a big fan of cultured marble, but this one is beautiful. So I wouldn't mind that one at all. Quite the opposite, actually. Then here adjacent is a very, very large garden tub and the walk-in shower here with a framed glass door. So then, you know, a feature most people will appreciate is the separate water closet. And over here is the owner's walk-in closet. So there are quite a lot of built-ins. For you, you know, it's like you just have to bring your suitcases and move in, I'd say. What do you think? So before I take you upstairs, here is the laundry room. Also, you know, every space here is really generous in size. So then, before we go upstairs, let me show you the garage. You know, I know especially our husbands, they always love a good garage. And here you do have it. So this is a pretty large two-car garage with humongous high ceilings. So you could have so much storage in here installed. It's absolutely great. So as I'm going upstairs, I see that also the stairs are made of wood treads, so super nice. And upstairs we do have carpet. So here to the right is first to give you the lay of the land, a bedroom with a private bathroom. Over here is the loft with access to the upper porch, and then two more bedrooms here. The hall bathroom is over there. So let's start with this first bedroom here that has its own private bathroom. So a little bit of an interesting layout here, you know, because you have one section over here with two crawl spaces for additional storage. And, you know, you could store your luggage here, for example, or some holiday decoration, as long as it's not candle wax, because that would melt here in the attic, because it's nice and toasty in here. But a great storage space for sure. So then over here you have, you know, a double door closet. Let me open this up. You know, they have a wire shelving here. And it's a standard, you know, secondary bedroom closet space for sure. But you do have the own private bathroom. Here you have a freestanding, no, actually it's not a freestanding. You have a single vanity with a chrome fixture and brushed nickel light fixture on top. Here again, it's the same cultured marble surface that we also had in the main bathroom. Then here is a tub shower combination with a fiberglass insert, and it is in pristine condition. Very clean, and it probably wasn't used that much, it looks like. However, what was used a lot is the carpet here on the second floor. So I do see some stains. I'm not sure if you can, you know, see that on camera here, for example. So that would be something worth, replacing. But going back to that interesting layout here, so I would probably put the bed here and have a TV over there. And this could be a great office area, maybe for a teenager, a high schooler, have the workspace here very separate for peace and quiet. So we are moving on to the loft and upper porch. So ample space here for couches and TV and video PlayStation for sure. And then over here, you have access to that upper porch. Everything has been, power washed. The house itself, the cement plank siding has been freshly painted. And that does cost a pretty penny. So it is in fabulous condition. I see all the trim has been painted. Everything looks picture perfect. So now I'm also going to give you a view from the upper porch. So what do you think? Drop me a comment below. I would love to hear what you think. So then there is another secondary bedroom here facing the front of the house with the upper porch. It does have a lot of light, so because you do have 3 windows in here. And there is a dual door closet, ample space for everything your kids need. Then to the right of it is another bedroom. It only has 1 window and it is a little bit darker, but there's a good amount of light that comes in here. Also, same dual door closet. Oh, it actually goes all the way to the side here. So this one actually is an oversized closet, so that's very nice. What I'm also missing here in this house there are no ceiling fans in any of the bedrooms. There was only 1 ceiling fan in the family room. I don't know how you guys are, but I love my ceiling fans. Then here between the 2 secondary bedrooms on the 2nd floor is a linen closet, very large in size as well. So the hall bathroom has a shower tub combo, with the same fiberglass insert that we had in the other, bedroom from here. The floor has very durable ceramic tile, so that comes in handy, with cleaning. It's very, durable. And then there is a double vanity, also with rectangular sinks for a more contemporary look. So here again, the surface is the same as in the other bathrooms with that cultured marble. So one little space I haven't shown you yet is a little bit tucked here on the other side. So if you were, were having like a little hobby or craft, this would be the perfect space because you could have your work desk here and there is a closet over here. Let me turn on the light so we can see better. And there is another door leading into the attic, but there is no storage here because there are no particle boards laid out. Just fluffy insulation and lots of it. This is what we like. So now I'm taking you into the backyard. So first there is a beautiful, cute porch with very high ceiling, the Charleston blue here also. So as we go inside, not inside, outside, sorry about that, there is a fairly large backyard and I would call this a clean canvas. So they do have some native palms here that are starting to sprout and grow, and 2 taller trees. But what is absolutely beautiful is Not the dog barking over there. No. Hi, doggy. But it's the woods in the back. This is like wild jungle, and you probably have a lot of birds living here and wildlife. This will never get old, this view. I absolutely love it. If you ever wondered what these green things are, this is what is called, the termite bait stations. So whenever the house has a termite bond on, the company comes and installs these bait stations all around the house, and then they service them once a year. They check on them and refill them as needed. This will prevent any wood destroying insects to, take a nibble at the house. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the HOA. So Hunt Club is an HOA regulated neighborhood. The yearly dues are $485, and you get a lot for that because the neighborhood does have a beautiful pool for the residents to enjoy. They have a lot of walking paths, and they have quite a few ponds, and especially the kids love it because they can go fishing anytime. They just jump on their bike and with their fishing pole and go, and it's always catch and release here in this area, and it gets the kids outside and enjoy nature. Then, as far as the location is concerned, we are here off of Bees Ferry. It will take about 25 minutes to downtown Charleston. Shopping is super close. So there is a Publix, maybe 5 minutes away from here. Actually, at the beginning of the neighborhood is a little bit of a shopping center. There is a, what's it called? Kick and Chicken, the restaurant. I love their wings. There is also an animal hospital and some other doctor's offices. And then, about 8 minutes from here is a larger shopping center. So you have the Harris Teeter, 2 gas stations, a car wash, multiple restaurants, the liquor store, hairdresser, nail salon, a PT place, another animal hospital. So I hope you enjoyed this property tour. Let me know if you want to tour the property or have some other questions. Maybe you would like to see the property disclosure, or you want to see any other house here in the Charleston area. I'd be happy to guide you in the process. So again, my name is Irina Bordyn. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at my next video. Have a great day. Bye, guys.